Hey guys, it's Audra and welcome back to 365 Projects. I'm here today with another really quick and informal TBR for a readathon, and this time it is for Cramathon. I'm gonna leave all the host information and the dates and all the challenges down below so you can check it out. I think it runs from a Sunday to a Sunday, so it's 8 days and it's coming up soon, and so here is my TBR for that. The first challenge is to pick a 5-star read, and I'm going with Far From the Tree. I've had this on my TBR since the day it came out, if not before. I have heard nothing but glowing recommendations, and just judging on the synopsis of being about 3 siblings that are separated by foster care and adoption and just hard lives and coming to find each other, definitely has like a predicted 5-star from me already, so I'm excited to get to this one. I have it on overdrive as an audiobook, so I know I will definitely finally get to this, and I cannot wait any longer, that is for sure. The second one is to choose a book outside of your comfort zone, and I'm going with Time Was. The synopsis of this kind of runs as a World War II setting about a male-male romance with time traveling. Time traveling is a thing that's outside my comfort zone because I am not a fantasy reader at all. The other things I am very excited to read about. World War II is definitely my favorite historical setting, and male-male romance I don't feel like I see enough of in the books that I read, so I'm excited to get to this one as well. And it's like barely over 100 pages, so that's awesome for a readathon. The third challenge is to read a book that's been on your TBR for a long time, and for that I don't have a picture of it, but I have it on audiobook, and that is The Kitchen House. I think it's by Kathleen Grissom, and this one has been recommended to me for years, and I believe it's about a young 7-year-old girl that is Irish that is orphaned, and she gets put on a slave ship, and she basically has to work in the house with the slaves. Now I may be a little off on that, and so I'll kind of obviously check in on that when I vlog about my experience for the readathon. But I'm excited to get to it. Like I said, I've heard nothing but people like glowing about it that I know in my personal life, so I'll be excited to finally get to that and listen to the audiobook because it is narrated by my favorite audiobook narrator, Bonnie Turpin. So challenge number 4, let's see, is to read an LGBTQIA+ in Own Voices, and for that I finally got my hands on Juliet Takes a Breath. I have been searching for this book since I heard Adriana and also Cece talk about this on their channel, and I finally found it at the library that I just moved into their area. And this is a Puerto Rican lesbian story in Own Voices, and it looks like a short one, but I've kind of flipped through it and it looks like there's some great content, and I'm excited to read this one. Because like I said, I've heard nothing but great things, because obviously who has time to read bad books? Moving on to the next one is number 5, read one that is not like a standard novel. And for that, I'm gonna finally get to Shoot Down the Windy Bird. It is by Julie from Pages and Pens. It's a bunch of flash fiction and poetry, and I'm excited to get to this. Yet another short read, perfect for a readathon, and I'm finally excited to read some of her work like now. So moving on is the favorite color on the cover, and my favorite color is green, so I'm finally catching the train of The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. This one I believe is about a old Hollywood star that calls this reporter to finally tell her story, and I know there may be some bisexual rep, I think, so, but I've heard this is everybody's favorite book of the year, so I'm excited to get to that. Brady, he's losing his mind. And the last one is to just read 7 books, and that's disgusting. The last one is to just read 7 books, and so I'm going with The Wedding Date. This is another one that's been on my TBR since it came out, and I have the audiobook downloaded. I am actually going to a wedding next weekend. It is my boyfriend's brother's wedding, and so I felt like this is the perfect time to get to it. This is about an African-American woman, as you see on the top, and then a white man on the bottom. They meet, I think, in an elevator or something, and it's like the fake relationship trope where he convinces her to go to the wedding of his ex-girlfriend, and yeah, and then they obviously probably get together by the end. I think there's a sequel coming out to this soon, so I definitely want to get to this. So those are all the books that I'm reading for Cramathon. Like I said, I cannot be more excited for the week that I've chose for reading. I think these challenges are some of the best ones that I've gotten to in a long time, that I feel like I actually want to read all 7 books in a week. So hopefully I can get to all of them, and I will check in along the way. Please let me know what you're reading down below, or if you've read any of these, because I would love to talk about them with somebody that has read them too. So until next time, bye guys.